Hello, this is Dustin with Home Mender, and today we're going to be replacing that push button GFCI receptacle in your bathrooms and kitchen. So easy, it's shocking. I'm going to show you how. Let's get to it. Let's pull these cover plate screws. Alright, you can turn this off if you want to, but I like to leave it on to keep it interesting. I'll pull the outlet screws here. And definitely shut this off at the breaker if you need to. You want to plug in something loud like a radio, and then you can go and keep clicking breakers until you find the one that this is on. Okay, now this is a GFI receptacle. GFI receptacles are ground fault interrupters, so they have push buttons on them typically, or it's back in the breaker. Now this one here has a white, black, and the ground. So that means we've got a hot feed to this plug, and it's feeding another plug as well. You can see now that the previous guy has stripped the wire and then did the loop and wrapped it around the screw. Okay, if you read on the back, they have line and load. So the line is going to be the hot side. So on the bottom, my bottom run here, over the one closest to the wall, is the line side, which means that is the one that's hot. Now you can see on my new GFI, they have the stabs. So what I'm going to do here is take this black wire. This is the hot one because it's my hot going to the line side. On the bottom here it says line and this says load, which means the line is coming into this side and then leaving and feeding other plugs from this side. So this, unless this is wired, this is not hot. So let's go ahead and clip this, my hot wire. We're going to get that up out of the way. Okay, this is my other load side, so that's going to feed another plug. This is not a live wire right here. Here's my load. This is my hot still. It's up at the top. This guy, and we'll clip our ground. Now that plug's out of there. On this plug, you can't see it, but this says line and the load is taped off. So if you just have one set of wires coming in, you're going to wire it to this side. The black wire goes to the brass screw and the white wire goes to the silver screw. The ground goes up to the green one. So I'm going to use my little loopy thing right here. And I'm going to give this one a turn like that. And then it's going to put a little loop on the end of my ground wire. Loop this around your ground. Just like that. Tighten it down. All right, now that we're grounded, we're going to do this black wire last because that's my feed wire. So that one's going to be the hot. So I can go ahead and strip these other wires. And we're going to strip them about a 1/2 inch off. Whoa, that wasn't good. That is hot. But these guys obviously tripped the breaker with that spark. So that means this is my load side and this is going to be my line side. So let's go ahead and strip these guys. This kind of plug has little stabs right here, so you just loosen the screw and then you can poke the wire in, tighten the screw down. Let's loosen both of these. All right, silver screw is the white. You got to get it under the plate. Tighten it down. The black is going to go to my brass screw, and it doesn't matter which hole you put them in there as long as they're on the same leg. Tighten this down. There we go. Get it in there as far as you can make it. There we go. Tighten him down. And now we connect the hot. Up until now, this plug would not have had power. When you hook up the hot wire to it, you do have power. All right, these are snug down. Now we fit this guy back into the hole. Cover plate goes back on. And we got a little light here that lets us know there's power. So let's go flip the breaker back on. Let's see, one of these is tripped. Here it is right here. Let's turn it off, turn it on. Good to go. All right, let's give it a test. I got my little tester here. Now you may notice that this is not the same plug that I was working on. I did the whole press the button and turn it off. I took the footage and then clicked the off button, but it was really turning it on. You know how that goes. I showed you this whole sweet deal about these little testers where it's got a little configuration. It tells you what's wrong with the plug, if it's wired incorrectly, open ground, open neutral, open hot, or if your stuff is reversed or not. So these two lights showing here means it's wired correctly. So that's it. We just rocked that GFCI receptacle, and no reason to pay an electrician some big electrician prices when you can do something yourself. So for Home Mender, I'm Dustin. I hope you learned something today, and if you did, don't forget to click subscribe. Thanks for watching.